Good morning. You're watching Much Ado About Something today, and I'm Donna. Well, I thought I'd just get up close and personal with you today. I just got out of the shower, and this is how I look out of the shower. And I thought I'd just share with you some of my health and beauty tips today. Just as I'm getting ready, I am going to go to the park and walk just to part of my health journey. I want to be sure I get in a good amount of exercise. So I'm going to do that this morning. I have the opportunity and I'm going to go ahead and take that opportunity. Now, the first thing I do, here is my face. It's just raw and natural. Let me get that where you can see it. And it's dry. So I'm going to have to put on a moisturizer, and I'll share with you what moisturizer I'm using today. I had to move some things around so that I could put you where you could see me while I do this. Now, I have jojoba oil. I've got it in this little pump bottle that I cleaned and saved from another product. And I'm just going to put a little bit of jojoba oil in my hand. And that's what I'm going to use for moisturizer this morning. Now, in the past I've shared with you that I use coconut oil. Coconut oil is a really good moisturizer, and I use that often. Jojoba is a wax. So it's a little bit more heavy duty, and I'm finding myself with the summer that I'm having to use something a little that'll hang in there with me a little bit better, and that is jojoba oil. So that's what I'm using today. It moisturizes and it helps, and it feels wonderful. Now, I don't take a lot of pains. I just get the stuff on because usually I am so busy that I just have to get this stuff on and get it done so I can get out the door. Make sure I get the neck area. Now I'm going to let that sink in a little bit, and then I'm going to put on sunscreen. So I just got out of the shower, clean, and I'm moisturizing my face with jojoba oil. So I'm just going to let that sink in while I go ahead and work on my hair, and then I'll certainly put on sunscreen before I step out the door. I'm just going to go ahead and brush my hair out and blow dry it real quick. This blow dryer is really loud. I love this blow dryer. I've used it for quite a while. It's a John Frieda, and it's been one of my favorite things. I love this hair dryer. Now I'm just going to go ahead and put this hair dryer back, get it out of my way. I won't be using it again for just today, so I'm just going to go ahead, put this thing back in the closet to get it out of my way. Now I've got my hair all blowed out. This is how it looks. It's quite, a blow dryer, a blowout will really volumize my hair. And then I just brush it out. I take the brush while the hair is kind of still warm and just comb it the way that I want it to go, which is just to pull it down. I don't need added heat because I've got some body in my hair to make it curl under. Just a simple brushing it the right way will do that. Sometimes I mix this part up. Sometimes it's more to the side. Sometimes it's in the middle. It's in the middle today. But I don't worry a lot about that. I kind of like it to the side because I don't know, it just looks more dramatic to me. I like my hair to be fluffy in the back. I like to have a little poof right here. And that's usually just the way that it's cut. It's a little bit shorter cut up here. So I have that little poof. And sometimes I like to just brush it up in the back so it's going a different way. Doesn't have to be straight or curled under there. I just go with it. And that's what I do for my hair. That's the whole extent. Sometimes I'll use a flat iron on it just to kind of make it look sleeker if I'm going somewhere special that day. But most of the time, this is it. I just wash it, get out of the shower, go ahead and moisturize my face first. So when the heat of that blow dryer is blowing all over my face, my moisturizer's on there, maybe it'll sink in a little bit better. But and then I just comb it the way I want it. I'm going to put my glasses on so I can see you better. I'm just trying to be the best that I can be, the best health and person that I can be at this age. So that's my goal. You know, I want to be the best. I'm at home a lot. I'm going to stay at home. YouTube is my job. So I don't dress up a lot. I dress up for special occasions. I'm wanting to cough this morning for some reason. I hadn't had my tea. I usually have tea when I wake up. But, you know, I like to look nice, but comfort is a big deal to me. I want to be comfortable because I'm watching my grandkids. I have 6 grandchildren. I've probably shared that with you before. And if you didn't know, I'm using my phone to film, and it's not the kind of phone that I can see. I can't see what I'm filming. So if I'm out of focus sometimes, or I cut my head off or whatever, it's because I don't always see what I'm filming. I try to keep it together for you, present it to you the best way I can, but that's the way it is. All right, now today's goal is to get out and exercise and just get myself to moving. Now, I've shared with you before when I had COVID that I love to exercise. I hiked with my children. I've got 3 grown children. They have spouses of their own, and then I have 6 grandchildren. I'm an active grandmother in that I take a part in their life. I love them. I want them here as much as they can be here. And Donald's the same way. We love being grandparents. We've really enjoyed grandparenting our little grandchildren. So that's a little bit about who we are if you're new. If you're new here, welcome. And if you've been around for a while, then you already know. Welcome back. And I hope that you enjoyed today's video, all of you. All of the viewers. I care so much about you. You know that. All right, now I'm going to show you, I'm going to share with you my legs. Now, here are my legs. You can see there's some muscle tone there. You know, there's a lot of muscles in these legs. That's from years of hiking, moving, and doing all those things. You see those muscles? Now, my legs are not as toned as my legs usually are, because I've had a few health crises. I've been dealing with a few things. I don't really share all my health issues on this channel because those are mine. That's my battle. I know you all have battles of your own, and I'm not trying to lay my health issues on you. But as you age in our environment, there are things that you have to deal with. I'm dealing with those right now. I wanted to share with you my legs because I wanted you to see that I had really good muscle tone. That muscle tone comes from moving. Now, they're a little saggier than they normally are because I haven't been able to do the walking that I normally do. You can't take 6 little kids on a power walk. I do with them what I can, but they're kind of all in different directions. Their goal is not on walking. They want to play, and that's how it should be. They should be playing when they're children. So I allow them to play, and I'm just nearby, giving them the care and doing what I can for them. But in slowing down at this age, when I was a mother, I could do that for my children and still get in the exercise. As a grandmother, I really have to focus on getting my exercise in. My doctor did give me some good advice and doing squats. So I've been trying to do 10 squats whenever I can. My knees are really good, so I'm able to do those. That's helping me a lot. But to get a cardio up and to actually walk the way that I walked before I got COVID, I was walking 3 miles a day. And that made such a difference in my energy level and how I felt. And it just, I really miss it. But I've had a bout since then, since 2021, I've had a bout with fatigue. I've had a bout with just things that have really kept me from exercising. But I am determined now that I'm going to pick that up. It is time to go ahead and press through and do what I need to do to keep myself healthy. And so that's what I'm trying to do. And I'll share it with you. I've had a few requests to share some of my low-carb meals. I plan on doing that in the future. And I just want to work in here every now and then what I do to keep myself as at the best that I can possibly be. Being a couch potato is not going to work. Being a couch potato is not going to keep me in the shape that I need to be in to enjoy my life and to live longer and to take good care of the people that I love. So I am dedicated to go ahead and picking up and doing more. My little grandson that's 6 years old, he asked me, he said, Grammy, do you live on the couch? Because they get here around midday, and I've already gotten up early and done a lot of work before they get here, but they don't see that. They just see me on the couch, and we can't have that because that's not good. I'm going to go ahead and put my sunscreen on while I'm talking to you. I like Bum sunscreen. This is 70. I like to follow Dr. Dre on YouTube, and she says it's perfectly okay to use a regular sunscreen that goes on your body, on your face. The only difference is it's a little bit heavier. My skin can take a little bit heavier sunscreen or lotion, so it's fine with me. It's a broad spectrum SPF 70 water resistant, and you only have to reapply every 80 minutes. So I'm not going to be reapplying while I do my walk today. I don't think it's going to take me 80 minutes. So I'm just going to use this Sunbum. That's my favorite sunscreen. It's the one that I like to use. I like the way it absorbs. I like the coverage, the benefits I get of it. And you wouldn't think you'd have to worry about that. But we actually went down the river one time and used a sunscreen that did not work. Needless to say, we all got sunburned, severely sunburned. Because when you get on the river, it's not like you can get off. We like to float down the river sometimes. We enjoy that. That's something that we love to do. And by the time we got off of that river ride, we were all burned up. And that's what we're preventing. We don't want to get sunburned. I hate a sunburn. It's like a torturous condition for me. So I do everything I can to avoid it. So I'm just going to put this sunscreen prominently where the things stick out. I'll be sure that I have coverage. You want to totally cover it. I can feel where it's at. Be sure I have extra sunscreen on my nose and my brow area, my chin, and go ahead and put it on my neck and my décolleté. So I'm going to be sure I've got sunscreen wherever it needs to be. And then I make sure I got it on the back of my hands. I do have age spots on the back of my hands. You've probably noticed that in my videos. You know, I grew up in the 70s. And you talk about sun, and people loved the sun in the 70s. It was just how it was. Everybody got out in the sun. Nobody worried about sunscreen. So I'm going to have some of those things, and I'll deal with those as they come. But today we're just going to put the sunscreen on, and we're going to get ready to go for our walk. Now what I do for my lips is I use 100% castor oil. I ordered this off of Amazon. It's 100% pure and natural organic castor oil. Now, I don't know if you can use castor oil. I don't know. This is what I use. This is what I use on my lips. There's a lot of castor oil in cosmetics. And I'm just rubbing it in because I'm moisturizing my lips. They're dry. And it helps me. I noticed in my video I didn't put a lot of sunscreen on my upper lip, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to put some of that on my upper lip. But that's what I do for my lips to keep them from being so dry when I'm walking. And now I'm going to go ahead and get dressed. Now you may have noticed that I've got eczema right here on this arm. I have had eczema on this arm, both elbows actually. This one's cleared up, but I have had eczema on this arm for, I want to say about 37 years since I had my second child. That's when this started, and I've had to deal with this at some level all through the years. Now when I get out of the shower, I just put vitamin E on it, vitamin E oil. That seems to help it. I got this at Walgreens. It's nothing special. I just put it on that eczema spot after I get out of the shower, and I put Vaseline on it before I get in the shower, because the water will actually burn this. It'll make it feel like it's a scalding if I get in the shower without some kind of protection. And I use Vaseline because it's hard to wash off. It's a water protectant that protects this and keeps it from burning in the shower. But I do have eczema on this arm. You might have noticed that. I wanted to address that. I don't take anything special for this eczema. Sometimes it gets better, sometimes it gets worse. I try to use all natural products when I can. You know, it's just a condition that I have right here on my arm. I am making tea to go today. Get out the teapot. I've got a whole lot of stuff out. These are my ferments. I'm trying to find a place that I can put them. My kefir water, my homemade vinegar, and then some more walnuts that I need to store. So I got quite a bit going on, like usual around here. I always have some things going on. Go ahead and get the tea pot going. I'm going to take my tea with me on my walk today. Go ahead and get our our teapot going so that we can pick out our tea. I know that I'll be doing the English breakfast tea. I'm going to do this summer berry tea. Well, summer's coming to an end, so if I'm going to enjoy some summer tea, it better be now. And let's see what the summer berry tea has in it. I'll read the ingredients to you. It has black tea, elderberries, black currants, strawberry pieces, lily petals, amaranth petals, natural elderberry flavoring, Zoot and Swartzer tea. So it's got quite a bit of stuff in here. It's got a whole list. So I'm going to go ahead and have this. It's by Char Brew. It's a good tea. I've got my little to-go container right here. And I don't think I'm going to add the black English tea, since there's black tea in the summer tea. So I'm just going to go ahead. Let me back you up here a little bit. This is a little to-go tea container that my sister gave me. Isn't that a beautiful gift? It's got the little infuser right here so that you can diffuse your tea. And I love it. I think that's a great gift. I'm not sure where she got that. You know, I usually don't ask where people, when they give me a gift, I don't ask where they get it usually. So I'm going to put a tea bag in here. And I'm going to wait for my water to reach boiling so I can pour it in. And it will diffuse while I'm on my way to the park. And I'll take a bottle of water with me too, and then that way I'll have that. While my water is boiling, I'm just going to go ahead and add a nub of ginger to my tea. I'm just going to go ahead and put it down in the bottom. One of my little granddaughters got a taste of my tea, and she said, "Grammy, there's something floating in your tea." I said, "I know, honey, that's ginger." So I'm just going to put a few pieces of ginger down in here. tea bag down in here. I'm just going to go ahead and cut this little tag off. Our water is ready to pour in. Whoops. There we go. I'll take this with me, and it can go ahead and brew while walking. I'll leave it in the car, just like that, in my cup holder. Now I'm making my water. Okay, this is just a Hurley cup. I also got this as a gift. And I've got my ice and my water in here. I'm going to put a pinch of Himalayan Redmond salt in here, just a pinch. Because sometimes when you walk, you deplete your electrolytes. I know there's more to electrolytes than just salt, but that's what I'm going to put in here today. I'm going to put that Himalayan Redmond Himalayan salt into my water bottle. To get my shoes on. Might take a minute. Need those slide-on shoes. You just slide your feet in. I have to check those out next time I'm getting shoes. Got some comfortable walking shoes. It's a pretty day. It's supposed to be really hot again today. Get in the car. You probably noticed that I did not eat breakfast. We park our car here. We don't park in a carport, so I use this windshield cover that helps keep out a lot of the sun, a lot of the elements. Go ahead and drink some water before I get started. And we're on our way. Well, we've made it to the park. I got a shaded parking space, so hopefully it'll keep the car a little bit cool. I think I'm going to leave my water and everything in the car and just drink that when I get back. I drove to a park that was a few miles further from the house. I've got a park right down the street from us. But I like to come to this park because the walking trail is bigger and there's an attendant here. You just feel safer when there's somebody here that monitors the park. So I'm going to get out here and go ahead and start working on the trail. We used to go to this park quite a bit when our grandkids were smaller. I'd meet my daughter here. She was a stay-at-home mother for a while, and we would meet at this park, and I would take the little grandbabies that I was watching, and we would meet here and just let them play. They have a really nice playground. I'm going to go ahead and get my I like to read all of the notices. This is a new one. Notice: all weapons prohibited in Village Park except legally carried concealed handguns by permit. And that's the Village Ordinance number 146. This park closes at 9 o'clock. It closes earlier in the winter when it gets dark earlier. Look at these nice seating they have. These swings. Our kids used to love these. So cool right here. There's a gentle breeze. There's a pergola. I see some leaves falling in the background. What a beautiful, glorious day this is. It's beautiful here. What a good day for walking. I'm glad I came. I usually start going uphill. It's not really a hill, but a grade. It's better for the muscles. 3 trips around this walking park equals a mile. I used to do 9 to 12 trips around this park until I had some issues, and then it made it harder for me to do that. I remember after COVID I came here and I could barely get around. Here are the drink machines. If you don't bring your water, you can buy some. Here's the other side of the playground. Not very many people. More people walked earlier this morning. I saw quite a few people leaving when I got here. They started out earlier so they wouldn't be walking in the heat. I'm dressed comfortably. No need to be uncomfortable to go walking. It's the nice bathrooms they have right here. Of course, this is a walking trail, so there's no bikes allowed. Here's the entrance on the other side. They also have a pergola and a nice place to sit. And today I'm going to walk up here on this gazebo. You can rent parts of this park out. You can rent. There's a shelter. You can rent a shelter. And here, look at this pretty thing. Isn't this pretty? You can rent it out. You can rent it out for birthday parties, any kind of event, even weddings. They have weddings here. It's really pretty. You can see they have some benches out here. Those benches and picnic tables. The old tobacco barns, because this is Tobaccoville. It's where a lot of tobacco was raised. My husband, his family were tobacco farmers. But it's a beautiful place to come. Just beautiful. Plenty of spaces. Now, of course, on the weekends, this place is rather packed. It'll get packed out pretty quick. These places that you can rent, you know, you call a number and rent these. They are usually pretty well booked up. And then here's the trail. And I just love the landscaping. There's a beautiful big southern magnolia. Isn't that beautiful? Those trees get really big and take quite a bit of room. I do not have the room to grow a magnolia where I live. But I can come to the park and enjoy these beautiful trees. These pines. Well, I won't show you the whole trail. I'm going to go ahead and get started walking. And I will share with you after I've finished my at least mile I'm gonna walk at least a mile today, maybe 2, depending on how much energy I seem to have. There's the ball field. Look at that beautiful sky. Beautiful day to walk. You can see that landscaping. Very beautiful. Very pleasant walk. There are some houses near the park. Some residential areas. Of course, that's a street. You can't see it. This is the edge of the park back here. Cool little shaded spot. Some really pretty purple crepe myrtles. I have a purple crepe myrtle in my backyard. It doesn't show up as much. You know, I've got the pink ones out front, or the pink one that Donald's cutting down, but I have a purple one in the backyard that I don't show often. But the purple ones are really pretty. You can walk your dog, but you better clean up after him. Then they must be on a leash. Well, it's good to know that we can walk our dog here. I don't have a dog. My dog passed away, Ollie. If you saw my videos, then you saw Ollie in the videos. But he has since passed away, and I really miss him. I'm not in a rush to get another dog. I think I'm just going to wait on the right one. Over here is a maintenance area for the park. Of course, we don't go over there. Nothing to see over there. Beautiful park. Beautiful day. I'm going to enjoy my walk today. It already feels good. I've got halfway around the trail, so I'm almost concluding one loop. 3 loops makes a mile. So I think it's got a good day to walk. What a good idea. Over here's a little tree. It looks like fall. Some of the leaves are already starting to change. I noticed across from the house there was leaves starting to change. I'm curious to see how our fall season will be. Sometimes the leaves are beautiful, depending on the season. It's been so hot and dry. Then the rain came all at once. So I'm not sure how it'll be this year, how pretty the leaves will be. Please, no bicycles or riding toys on the walking trails. Pet owners required to clean up after pets. Good to know. Good to know the rules. We've got a road going over here, and it looks like they've got disc frisbee or disc things set up where you can play. We've got a set of disc. I'll have to let Donald know. They've made a new disc track. That's new. Has not been there since the last time I came. It's a new addition right here. That's very interesting. Look, those pretty flowers over here. I don't know if you can see them as good from here or not. It's another swing. Here's another pavilion. That's a new addition. That was not here the last time I was here, and here are new trees around it. How pretty. Tennis courts are down below. you can cut your trip short. Or here's a little part. But if you want it to be the full 1/3 of a mile, you have to go all the way down here and go around the courts. I like to see the new additions. I like to see what they're adding. Basketball court, 2 hoops. You may use it for an hour if there are others waiting, and then you have to get off the court and let the next people play for an hour and rotate it. That's what the rules say. Pretty place to walk. A really pretty park. Well, I got a mile in, and I'm gonna stop here. I'm gonna stop at a mile today, and I'm gonna do a mile for a while, maybe for a couple of weeks or maybe even a month, until I get my stamina built back up. My legs did fine. I had plenty of physical strength, but I got winded. It was hard for me to breathe walking that mile, and my inhaler, I had left it in the car. So next time I'll bring my inhaler with me and use that if needed. Sometimes in the heat like this, exercising it will be hard for me to get my breath, and it's been that way since 2021. So I'm going to just call it enough here. I've got a mile in today. I'm going to try to work a mile in whenever I can. I would like to do a mile maybe 2 to 3 times a week, but I don't know if that's possible. When it starts cooling off, it'll be wonderful. It'll be easier to breathe. It's another hot day here. It's going to be in the high 90s, so that makes it a little harder, to walk. Not impossible. I was the only one here. I met one other gentleman sitting up there on the swing on the upper part, just relaxing. So I'm not really concerned coming at this time of the day. I did see the attendant. He was carrying a ladder, so I felt really safe, even though I was the only one here with just one other guy here. But just I'm gonna have to build up to it a little bit. It did good. It felt really good. I could feel it in my muscles, in my abdomen. I could feel it in my thighs and my calves. And the walk was much needed. It felt wonderful, really, to be able to exercise and get my cardio up, get my heart rate up. And then, on the last trip, it was a little hard to breathe. So I thought, well, I'll just do this mile, and I'll see if I can do this for a while and get myself built back up to it. I'm on the swing here up under this little pergola that I showed you to begin with. It's so nice under here that when I quit walking, this is on the way out of the park. Right here's the way out to the parking lot and to my car. I thought I would just sit down up under here and enjoy the breeze. There's a slight breeze in the shade, and it feels wonderful. So I'm just enjoying that, and I'm glad I came. It's a wonderful walk. I've had a good walk. It was great. I've had a good morning, and this gets me ready for the next thing. I got to go home and do some chores and get some things done there. I'm so glad you joined me. I will not flood my channel with exercise and health related things. I will not flood it, but I would like to incorporate it in maybe at least once a week, in case it helps somebody, in case it encourages somebody, in case you just want to see me struggle. No, in case you want to see my health journey. So I will include that in just to give you some motivation, some encouragement, and entertainment, if nothing else. I want to thank you for joining me here at Much Ado About Something. You know, I'm always glad to have you here. You are why we do what we do, because without you, it wouldn't be anything. Thank you for joining me, and like always, until next time.